Oh, hello. This is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I have a former colleague. He is a nutritionist. He once told me that if you want to stay healthy, you need to eat food that you enjoy, but also low in calories. He also told me that he and his wife cook everything they eat themselves. That's the only way, he said, you can stay healthy. So this is almost 20 years ago. At the time when he told me this, I really do not know what he meant. Now I understand that fully, based on my personal experience. So my YouTube channel is trying to accomplish what he said. In this video, I'm going to use this Fuyang egg dish with mushroom and black olive to illustrate this point. Okay, let's get started in the kitchen. I start out by adding a little bit over 1 tablespoon of canola oil to my 14-inch Cucina stainless steel wok. As you can see, this dish is cooked very quickly. The efficiency is partly due to the stir-frying process, but also because of advanced prepping. I purchased this white mushroom from Sam's Club. They probably have the best mushroom that I have found. I usually prep them immediately after I got home. I cut them up into thin slices. I found this is a very neat trick. What I do is that after I cut them up, I put the mushroom back into the shape as I originally found them. Most of the time, I will use them the way as they are in these thin slices, but occasionally I would like to cut them into small chunks. And by having them in this shape, I can just pick them up and then I can easily modify them and cut them into chunks. So as you can see here in advanced prepping, I would be able to use them the way as they are, but if I want to modify them, I could easily do that as well. The next step is that I'm going to stir fry the mushroom first. It is important to cook the mushroom in advance because as you can see that the egg takes very little time to cook. If I do not cook the mushroom ahead of time, there will not be enough time for the mushroom to be cooked when the egg is done. I cut the mushroom into chunks so that it will fit better with the other ingredients in the dish. As you can see here, it takes only a few seconds to cook the mushroom. The mushroom pick up the oil readily. The coating of the oil actually will seal the mushroom and retain the moisture inside the mushroom. The mushroom is hungry for oil. As you can see, the wok is completely devoid of oil now. I set the mushroom aside. Now I'm ready to cook the eggs. I'm going to start out by adding 1 tablespoon of canola oil. At this point, you want to keep the wok as hot as possible to prevent the egg from sticking to the bottom of the wok. I'm going to start out with 1 tablespoon of scallions. Right away, I'm going to add 4 eggs that I beat up in advance. One way to tell the egg is not sticking to the bottom of the wok is you can see the egg will start to bubble up almost immediately. Next, I'm going to add 6 ounces of black olive that I have already cut up into thin slices. Since the black olive does not require any time to cook, I add the mushroom immediately. The goal in cooking this dish is to achieve the texture somewhere between a scrambled egg and an omelette. Here, I let the egg to cook a little bit more so that the texture of the egg will be more like an omelette. If I want it to be more like a scrambled egg, then I will stir it up more often. So cooking this dish provides a lot of flexibility. Next, I'm going to fold the egg over the ingredients. This will then create more of a consistency like an omelette. The nice thing about this dish is that you don't have to have everything enclosed inside the egg like the case when you create an omelette. Because I already have black olive in this dish, I'm going to season it very lightly with my basic seasoning mix. This seasoning mix is designed to enhance the natural flavor of the ingredients, and you can take a look at this video to find out what the components in this seasoning mix. With a few quick mix, the dish is done. This is an extremely simple and efficient dish. The total cook time of this dish is about 4 minutes. Since I already have the mushroom prep and I also have the scallion chopped up, the only thing I need to do is that to slightly modify the mushroom as I had mentioned earlier, and then open a can of black olive and cut them into thin slices. This is a good example of the application with template-based cooking. As long as you follow the basic template, you can make modification easily and quickly without the need of a recipe. This is also a good example of an application of my flavor chasing. I have never cooked a dish with this combination, but I know about black olive in other circumstances, and I also know about mushroom, and I like both of them. And our conclusion is that maybe combining them together, it will give us a new culinary experience. As I'm getting ready for this dish to be served on the table, my wife suggests to me, why don't we put on some Parmesan cheese? Again, use my fast cooking system with flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking. We can make modification very easily. I could have used oyster sauce or sriracha sauce instead. And so from the time when we walk into the kitchen to the time when this dish is served on the table, it is less than 15 minutes. Since I have baked some bread a couple of days ago, we decided that we will use this to go with the dish. My wife decided to toast her bread, but I like to eat it just the way it is. It was a light but satisfying dinner. Okay, now let's take a look at the nutritional quality of this dish. I use 4 eggs, and that's equal to 280 calories. I then use 1 can of black olive, and that is 6 ounces for a total of 180 calories. We have 2 pieces of homemade bread, and it weighs 1.5 ounces, and that's equivalent to 113 calories. I then use 0.5 ounce of Parmesan cheese, and that is 61 calories. I use 8 ounces of white mushroom, and that's equal to 48 calories. And then the scallions is amount to about 9 calories. And therefore, the total calories of this meal for both of us is 691. So if we divide this meal equally between us, we each take in 345 calories. It was a satisfying meal for us, and we did not feel hungry afterward. So next, I would like to see if we try to lose weight, can we reduce the calorie of this dish further, still satisfying with it? So the first thing that I think we could do is to reduce the number of eggs from 4 eggs to 3 eggs, and that will reduce the calorie from 280 calories to 210 calories. The next place that I think we could reduce the calorie is by removing the Parmesan cheese, and that will drop 61 calories. And then we would like to see where could we actually enhance the nutritional value of this dish. Since we both like mushroom, we decided that we're going to increase the mushroom from 8 ounces to 12 ounces, and that will increase the calorie actually from 48 to 72 calories. Still, we're going to reduce the calorie value from 691 calories to 584 calories. This will then drop our individual calorie consumption from 345 to 292. I believe that we will not notice this change from a culinary standpoint, but if it works, it will help us to save 50 calories. Using this Fuyang egg dish template, you can create many different versions of this dish. When you're using it as a weight loss strategy, you don't want to feel like you're eating the same thing all the time. By creating different versions of this same dish, you can put in the type of ingredients that you enjoy. This is what 2 of my friends have done in their weight loss approach. They are not only losing weight, but they also enjoy what they are eating and cooking. First of all, let me say that I really enjoyed this dish and I feel real good after the meal. The dish was satisfying to me and I feel comfortably full. And when I look at the calorie, I feel good about it because I only consume about 350 calories for this meal. Over the years, I discovered that it's great benefit to examine the ingredients as well as their caloric contents in a dish. I discovered that some of the ingredients are essential to the dish because they define the characteristic of the dish and you could not omit them, whereas some other ingredients serve as fillers for the dish. And they could be reduced, omit, or even replaced without you noticing it. In this particular dish, if you reduce 4 eggs to 3 eggs, you probably might not notice the reduction, but you will reduce 70 calories. Similarly, the Parmesan cheese that used to garnish the dish probably will not be noticed at all if you omit it completely. In this case, you will save 60 calories. On the other hand, if you increase the mushroom for 8 ounces to 12 ounces, you probably will not notice that either. This addition will greatly enhance the nutritional value of the dish and will only increase 24 calories. So my point I try to make in this video is by making these fine adjustments, you can enhance the nutritional value of your dish, but at the same time reduce the calorie in the dish. When you use the fast cooking system, when you combine flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template-based cooking, you can make such changes and substitutions easily. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you next time.